Sorry about that. I forgot to mention Easy Load. That's where we load up with the coffee trucks, the wagons. There I met Mari Rastelli, Lou Rastelli, Senior, Lou Rastelli Jr. I met Carmine Rastelli. I met Rusty Rastelli. He came home from prison in the year 1973. I'm getting a little punchy, trying to continue with the story. Okay, and then I also met Fedisti, that was an enforcer for the lunch wagon, where you pay your dues. And there I met Tommy DeFeo Sr., Tommy DeFeo Jr., Louis DeFeo, and Paulie DeFeo I met there. They became very close to me. Through the trucks, every morning we load up, we would hang out, talking, and that's where Joe Massino became more envious, jealousy, how fast I met friends with the people, with the lunch wagon. And there was a lot of other people there that didn't even talk to him, really. They didn't bother with him. So that's where this jealousy started. Anyway, moving forward with the story, I bought myself a Trans Am, a brand new Trans Am, 1973. They first came out. It was a red one with the eagle, in front. And that was another mark, everybody, I was cocky, 20 years old. At the time, I was 21 when I bought the car. And, there was like, who's this kid? Who's, I'm showing off. I got money. I got I got married. I got a beautiful girl. I still got the pizzeria. At the time I began, it was a poker game with the Irish kids and under the flag of Tony Guido, because we were doing business. Glendale belonged to him. As far as the Italian part of the group, there was the Irish, there was the Nazis, and the Italians. So I was involved with them, doing the poker game, but it was my own. I built this on my own. I opened up which was a candy store, and I put it back there, a room. I set it up like a room of. They used to use during the Prohibition, It was a very nice done with the lamps over the table. The table was made out of felt like they used in the casino. It was was like an oval table. You could sit 10 people. You would have a dealer, very professionally, and, the word got around, and that's when all this jealousy started, I was trying, being somebody from the street, and at the time, Joe Massino was not made. He was not even fucking recognized, who he was, because he didn't have that charisma to show who he really was, until he opened up this JJ Deli. That, once he opened up this JJ Deli, he, because he was part of the union then at the time, he was very close friend with Lou Restivo Jr. Uh, they get all the, like Sal told me, they were gonna open up, get all the wagon guys, to buy the lunches from him. He would do the catering for the trucks. He would give a kickback to Lou Restivo, Junior, and then he would move it up to his uncle Lou Rastelli. At the time he was an acting boss, and also Carmen Galanti was an acting boss for Rossi Rastelli. Well, Rossi Rastelli was in prison, that he was anointed boss of the Bonano crime family. So this is where I got hooked up with the Bonano crime family. And that's when I had to, try to make a little bit, get attention. So that's why I bought this Trans Am, going in, to go load up my truck. Even Sal got a little bit envious, but Sal was a friend. And, that's where the story begins, that I skipped from the first. That's why I got cut off. So, anyway, this is where the beginning of the Bonano crime starts. And I will continue with, this is episode 14. And I will continue next with the what happened. So talk to you later. Subscribe, join, and it'll be good for me that other people that call on me my show, they call it show. I don't call it show. I call it a podcast talking about my story. So this way they could see that have people liking what I'm saying, and I'm building up a true following on my own. Now I could pay to get subscribers, to fake the subscribers. I learned that they do that, but I'm not doing that. I'm doing it the right way. I want people to follow me because they like my story and they want to join with me to hear my story. So I thank for those that so far I have joined and subscribed, and the haters, I could care less. Most of them are informers. Most of them are, they call rats. And usually if you go in the sewer and find rats, you see a mass of them living together, one on top of each other. That's the thing of the rats. And today, the leader of those rats, it looks like Michael Francese and Sammy the Bulgaramano are the leaders of this mess of rats. They're trying to get together to dictate who moves forward and who becomes more followers to them, to bow to them. I never bow to anybody and never will, and I'm only trying to be Jack Amato, Crazy Sicilian, which in my books I am portrayed as Gino Leno. The reason I did this is I was trying to be always under the radar. But you know what? It's 2026. There's no more loyalty, respect. Everybody is a cutthroat and backstabbers. So I personally don't want to be associated with that, but I'm making an announcement now. I'm not going to stop telling a true story of Joe Massino, Sal Vitale, Rossi Rastelli during the leadership change, where they fought Rusty fought Con Galanti, and I was in the middle of it, and I want to talk about it. And I could care less what anybody thinks. Capiche? This is me, a Sicilian immigrant that came in through the American Cosa Nostra Mafia in 1965 and went through hell with them. Everything I built, they tried to destroy. So if you want to hear this, again, please push like, subscribe, because I want to be original with original people that follow me and like what I'm saying. Not with this losers. I call them losers. They don't know nothing and they just want to be part of this thing in the podcast to make comments and say who's good, who's bad. So enjoy your day. And again, push like, subscribe, get my book, Making My Bones with the Mafia. And it will tell you the beginning, how everything was during the mid-70s in the Bonano crime family, all the way up to 1999, when everything really ended. Joe Massino destroyed everything in a fucking mile. Not even 10 years. He came home in 1992. By 2004, he destroyed everything. Okay? All right, have a good day. And I'll talk to you with the episode 15. Thank you.